Hello humans and animals alike, this is Dylus, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Restored. Last time, we restored the Earth Crystal. And so, hopefully, the Earth will be restored. The Earth in the world itself will be restored soon enough. But we can't dilly-dally. It's time we restore the other 3 crystals. And where do we start from here? Alright, well, let's look at the map first. Okay, our next destination brings us to... You see that, little body of water over there to the, southeast? That's where we're gonna go. Alright, I'm just gonna be, fighting a lot of sea creatures on the way, so, let's equip Jed with the Coral Sword, and we'll just be on our way. Man, that shark stood no chance. Not as fearsome of a creature anymore, eh? I really love sharks. Alright, so yeah, we docked over there, and now we're coming into the forest here. Oh, jeez. Critical hit monsters and, well, raw power monsters. And there are 9 of them. We're gonna have to go all out. Let's see, Protect or Invis? Invis, I guess, on Cyrus. Cyrus's well-being is more important. Confuse them. I forget, are anacondas considered dragon-type enemies? I don't quite remember about that. Okay, everyone is confused. I am more worried about the scorpions, honestly. Cascura? Actually, there's really no need to. Alright, and now let's do Fyra. I probably could have just used Blizzara, but whatever. Ha ha! The anaconda killed that scorpion. You know, that'd be a sight to see, a snake battling against a scorpion. I ought to find one of those videos on YouTube. Not that that's a kind of video I typically look for, but... you know, nature fascinates me a lot. You know, I once saw a, shoot, I don't quite remember. I think it was a praying mantis, fighting a bee? I don't quite remember exactly, but it was kind of fun watching them fight. It was on their, like, own accord. Of course, I wouldn't encourage creatures to fight. Well, unless they're, like, humans, and rightfully so. I kid. I'm not even paying attention to the battles here. Man, those scorpions actually have a lot of health. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we are. This is the town that we go to next. Seems a little empty. I want to talk to some people before I do any shopping. Hello? My husband is always off somewhere, and all he does when he returns is nap. I wish he'd think about his family just a little more. Sick! Oh dear. But that's not any of my business. I've been searching for the Levy Stone for 10 years now. The cave up north looks suspicious. I'd like to check it out, but my wife's been complaining about my frequent travels. Well, yeah. Got more gravestones here. I think if you didn't beat the Earth Cave before, this husband here would be napping, so now we have a clue on what else we could do. We can go to the cave up north for the fabled Levy Stone. When we go over this way, we see a circle of sages. Hello? I am Lukahn. The legend is unfolding. Everything we saw has come true. Ah, you are the prophet. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. And that is us. Everything is coming true. You've defeated the Fiend of Earth, restoring the light to the Earth Crystal. But the Fiend of Fire noticed and has now awoken 200 years early. Take this canoe and head to Mount Gilg. Oh, thanks. We got ourselves a canoe, a small boat that lets you cross rivers and lakes. By the way, this place is called Crescent Lake. But yeah, 200 years early, huh? The Fiend of Fire slept in Mount Gilg to the west. It woke 200 years earlier than expected. If it's not defeated soon, everything will be reduced to ashes. 400 years ago, the winds died. 200 years ago, the seas began to rage. Then the earth began to rot. And now fire threatens us. We're losing the 4 powers of our world. Ah, yeah, just like with the, intro text. The winds die, the seas rage, the earth decays. Yeah, it is this very prophecy where, yeah, certainly. Restore the 4 great lights. Only you can do this, warriors. Return here once you've restored lights to the 4 crystals. All will be explained. Okay, we will keep that in mind. The Fiend of Fire will reduce everything to ashes. The Fiend of Earth caused the rotting earth. The 4 Fiends of Chaos intend to rule all branches of time. The Fiend of Wind appeared 400 years ago, and that is when the wind stopped. Then 200 years ago, the Fiend of Water. That was when the seas raged. They destroyed the northern civilization. Oh no! This is serious. The four powers emanate from altars. Defeat the fiend at an altar and place the crystal there to restore its light. Oh, yeah, I guess we kind of figured that out on our own. Earth, fire, water, wind. Our world is made up of these four powers. Earth, fire, water, wind. The four crystals each shone with a great power. The four Fiends of Chaos seized those powers. We are the Circle of Sages. The stars have guided us, the 12 of us, here. So, did you get all that? So, 400 years ago, the Fiend of Wind, arrived and destroyed civilization up north, and the winds began to die. And then, 200 years after that, the Fiend of Water came, and the seas have raged since then. And then, 200 years after that, the Earth began to decay, and this is approximately when the Warriors of Light came. And now that we have defeated the Fiend of Earth and, I guess, ruined their cycle, the Fiend of Fire has awoken 200 years early and is now going to burn everything up. These are what we call the four Fiends of Chaos. So, yeah, that's basically the story here. So, in order to restore the peace to our world, to restore the light and banish the darkness, we gotta defeat the four fiends. Okay, now with all that out of the way, shopping! Alright, black magic. First off, we have, wow, these are very expensive. These are level 6 magic that's being sold here. Thundaga is the best thunder elemental spell in the game, and it, well, hits all enemies. Death, we have seen from Astos before. Death attempts to eliminate and instantly KO an enemy. Its success rate is quite decent, honestly. You may want to give this spell a shot. Oh, by the way, just for some trivia, since the original localization, had to be censored, because, well, Nintendo was kinda hard against religious, stuff in America, and, references to death, this is called, rub in the NES localization, and, how that is interpreted is that it literally, like, rubs you out of existence. I find that to be kind of funny and creative. I like rub, honestly. Quake is the only earth elemental spell in the game, and, yeah, when you use this, it basically summons an earthquake to affect all enemies, and it will attempt to have the earth swallow all enemies, instantly KOing them. So, yeah, it's an earth elemental scourge, essentially. And then stun, stun is actually quite useful. If an enemy has 300 HP or less, it will always succeed in paralyzing a foe. Now, these spells, this is a very good lineup of spells, honestly. I'm going to get Thundaga for sure, but the other 3 spells I think I'm gonna have to think about a little bit. Next up, the White Magic Shop. Stona has the same effect as a gold needle. It cures petrification. Protera is protect throughout the whole party. Invisora is invis throughout the whole party. And then exit, well, we can't learn that unless we fulfill certain conditions. What exit does is it will teleport you instantly out of a dungeon. It is an extremely useful spell that you will absolutely want to save up for. Stona, I could really care less. I really don't want Stona. I could buy gold needles just fine. So yeah, I'm gonna get Protera, Invisora, and Exit. Okay, now for the weapons. They sell mithril weapons here. So we have a mithril knife, which you should have enough of by this point if you went treasure hunting. Mithril hammer, I already got that. Mithril sword, that's what would have been sold in Elfheim in the original NES version. And the mithril axe, I really could care less about this one. Only a fighter can use it, by the way. So, there's nothing I really want in the weapon shop. In the armor shop, they have mithril armor, mithril shield, mithril helm, mithril gloves, and a buckler. Now, this buckler is the only shield in the game that isn't tied to only being equipped by a fighter. It can be equipped by a thief. And you bet I want a buckler for Jed. Oh yeah, I guess I should sell that, mithril shield, huh? Oh, sorry, I tapped the mic by accident. Do I really want to sell a mithril shield, honestly? Because, yeah, let's. I was thinking about something later in the game. Players will know what I'm talking about with that. And, the staff, you could go away. Okay, finally, items. Potion, antidote, gold needle, tent, cottage. Standard stuff, really. But yeah, I definitely need to buy a lot more potions now, because I used so many back at the Earth Cave. Alright, how many was that? Oh. Still got room for more. Alright, and there we go. How many cottages do I have? I think I'll get one for now. And I guess I really should get a white magic spell. Let's get Protera first. And I guess with all that, we should save now. An expensive inn here, 200 gil. Oh yeah, I didn't actually say this, but, I went ahead and bought Slowra. I didn't actually really care for Warp very much. What Warp does when you are able to purchase it is that when you're in a dungeon and you use it, it will warp you to the previous floor that you were once at. Oh, and it turns out I'm not at a high enough level to use level 6 magic. But, yeah, I'm fine with the purchase. Oh, and, I have not purchased any more level 4 spells. I just don't think any of them were worth it except for Bar Ice. So, yeah. Don't expect me to buy any more, level 4 spells. Alright, and we're coming up to 20 minutes now, so I guess with all that said, next time on Final Fantasy Restored, we shall head to Gulg Volcano and try to stop the Fiend of Fire from awakening too soon and burning everything. This is Dylus, signing off.